We're proud to introduce the new IQ5 control system. This is a major upgrade from the IQ4 and has several new features that we think you'll really enjoy. The first of those being that we now have 3-stage cooking. So this will allow us to set both a smoke temperature, a cooking temperature, and a holding temperature. This will allow us to cook at a low temperature to get a lot of smoke into the food. So smoke takes food best when it's below 150 degrees. And so we'll start out by setting that smoke temperature around 170 to 180 degrees and let it run at that for several hours in order to get that great smoke flavor through the meat. We can then take the cook temperature and set it at a higher rate so that we finish the food up at, say, 250 degrees. And then we can set our hold temperature at 140 and allow the unit to drop into hold and hold our food for us. Let's take a look at how to set that. The IQ5 control system comes with both a meat probe and a USB connection that we'll talk about later. To turn the unit on, we simply push the on-off button, and this will start the unit up. It'll tell us what version the software is that we're running, and now allows us to set the cooking system that we want to use. The IQ5 actually comes with 8 preset cooking modes that you can set yourself and save those, and so you can have individualized cooking if you want to, up to 8 different settings. To set our cooking temperatures, we're going to start with our smoke mode. So we're going to push the smoke mode, and we want to adjust the time first, either up or down, by pushing the up or down arrows. So we'll set it for 2 hours. We then push OK. We now will set the temperature that we want to smoke at. So it defaults at 180, and let's say we want to take it down to 175, and then we push OK. Now this gets our smoking mode set up. We'll now go to the cook mode. So we'll set our cooking time for, let's say, 8 hours. Push OK. Now we can set our cooking temperature. It defaulted at 225, so we're going to roll it up here to 250. Push OK. And then we can set our holding temperature. So our holding temperature is currently set at 150. Let's take it down to 140. We'll push OK. And now the unit is ready to start. All we have to do is push the start button. This will now turn the unit on, and it will start to run the ignition system, and it will start in your smoke mode, and it'll tell you how much time you have left and what the oven temperature is. Another new feature of the IQ5 control system is our USB port. This port will allow us to plug a USB thumb drive in after we finish cooking, and this will allow us then to download the data from when we were cooking. All we have to do is simply push the USB button, and it now will download all of our cooking information onto our thumb drive. We can then place that into a computer and set up an Excel spreadsheet with what our cooking temperatures were while we were cooking. It will record both the probe temperature and the oven temperature for you. Another great feature of the IQ5 control system is our 8 preset cooking modes. These modes come factory programmed, and you can look at those in the operator's manual to get the exact program for each one. But what's really nice about these are that you can go in and change them and set them up for whatever you would like for them to be. This way you can have 8 different versions that you want to use for cooking. So for instance, you might have briskets set up on 1, pork butts on 2, ribs on 3, and chicken on 4. You might have turkeys on 5, and you can go all the way through and have 8 presets that you can then have your employees walk up, push the preset button, and then start, and the unit will automatically cook at whatever that preset is. To remember those, you have to press and hold the preset button until you enter the setup mode, and then you just set up your smoking time and temperature, your cooking time and temperature, and your hold temperature, and then press OK. And this will get us then back and have this button then set up with that in the memory from then on.